guys, today I'm going to show you how to crate train your dog. So in order to make the crate a positive place that your dog enjoys being, we want to build strong positive associations for the crate, for them being in the crate, for going in the crate. Let's get your dog's favourite treat or toy. Treats work best in this instance, so this is how I'm going to show you with Flora, the French Bulldog here, what we're going to do. Hello. Hello, beautiful. Hello, beautiful. Okay, so when she goes in the crate, we're going to reward her, and we're just going to keep rewarding her when she's in the crate. So we're building value for the crate. So we want Flora to think crate. When she sees the crate, anything to do with the crate, it means really positive things are going to happen in her life. Okay? So this is how we'll start. Alright, here we go. So I will initially just lure her in with the food. Okay, just luring her in. And once she goes into the crate, I will then give her the food. Okay, so I'm not throwing the food is going to come from my hand. And it's simply now a matter of feeding her in the crate. So we just keep basically giving her cookies. And I'm feeding her at the back of the crate. I don't want to encourage her to hang around the front of the crate. So food comes at the back of the crate, which encourages her to sit at the rear of the crate, which just makes it easier, and we'll just block her from exiting the crate for now. So just building value at the moment. Often what people do wrong when they are training their dog to go into a crate is that they'll only put the dog in the crate when they're going to be leaving it for long periods of time. And dogs are social creatures, they don't enjoy being left alone. So they associate this negative aspect of you leaving them with the crate, and therefore it can create anxiety and make the experience less pleasant for them. So they're less inclined to want to go in the crate in the future. We're just working with how dogs learn basically here, and a little bit of classical conditioning, because if the dog had a bad perception for the crate before, we're just changing that right now by building really positive value for the crate. So she gets cookies inside here for doing really nothing but being inside the crate. And now I'm going to raise the criteria a little bit. So I'm just going to shut the cage door. So this is basically modelling what would happen when we're putting her in the cage. Then I'm just simply going to open the door and again offer her treats at the back of the cage. And then close the door again. So now she's learning that when she's locked in the cage, positive things will eventually happen when the cage door opens. And also we're teaching her not to run out of the cage when the door opens, because food comes at the back of the crate. Now I'm going to raise the criteria a little bit and test how much value we've built for the crate. So I'm going to open the crate door a little bit, and if she tries to get out, I'm just going to close it. So basically what we're teaching her is that by her coming out of the crate, she's not going to get anything, but by her staying in the crate, she's going to get rewarded with food. Okay, so I'm just going to close the door when she does that. So she's losing her opportunity for reinforcement. If she were to stay when I open the door, I would then give her a treat and feed at the back of the cage. So she's made a really good choice there not to move, so she's going to be fed for that. Good girl, good girl. Now just simply close the door again, and we're going to repeat the same process over. So you can see when she breaks that plane of the door, she loses the opportunity for that round of reinforcement. Open. She's made a choice, it's a good choice, and we feed. You could play this game with your dog You know, just 5 minutes, morning and night. If you have a puppy, this is a really good time to start this game as soon as you bring your puppy home. Crates are not cruel. They're actually a very important part of the training process. When you bring your puppy home, we can't expect them to understand toilet training and all of those sorts of things, or not chewing on things when you're not around. These are natural behaviours for puppies and dogs in general. So what we do is we use the crate in order to keep the puppy safe in their new environment. If you turn your back and go to the toilet or have a shower or something like that and just leave your puppy running through the house, and they go to the toilet, they chew on your shit, they're all behaviours that have just been reinforced. The dog is effectively training itself to do those bad things. Okay, so we put them in the crate and we give them lots of stimulation. So a Kong toy, for example, we prevent these bad behaviours from starting in the first place. So she's got the idea now, I think, that there's no value in coming out when the door opens because it will simply close again. But we can raise the criteria a bit more by moving away from the crate a little bit, or facing away and just seeing if she'll come out. And she didn't, but she gets rewarded. Now I'm going to add in a release cue. So I'm going to encourage her out of the crate, and then we're going to test the value to see if she wants to go back in. And when she goes back in, we're going to shower her with rewards and praise. Reinforce with the lead on at the back of the crate there. And just close that door, because I don't want her to come out until I've actually released her, encouraged her out. So this is a great way to train a release cue with your dog. The release cue I'm going to add in here is break, and that simply means that she's free to leave her crate. Good girl. Nice. Nice work. Now I'm going to release her, so I'm going to go break. Okay, so we just encouraged her out. Now that in itself is rewarding. I'm not going to praise her greatly for coming out of the crate. She's not going to get any treats out here because all the value we want to exist in the crate. Okay, and now I'm just going to wait until she goes back in the crate, because that is an area that we've just built loads of value for. Okay, so she's just gone in, and I'm going to really shower her with loads of treats in there. Okay, good girl, good girl. So lots of positive stuff. And you'll find that if you repeat this process over the next few days, you'll have a dog that is flying in and out of their crate. Give it a command, a cue, once the dog is reliably going in. All you have to say is crate or bed, place, whatever word you choose. And when you're releasing your dog from the crate, make sure they wait until you give them the cue to come out. So in this instance, if they do start to motion towards the door to come out, you simply close it and start again. So the dog learns that there's no use in sneaking out because they're just going to be stopped. So we say, break, and the dog can come out. Okay? So I hope you've enjoyed this quick video. It's a really, really important skill for your dog to have, and that your dog sees the crate as a positive place that they enjoy being in. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this helpful. Please don't forget to join me on Facebook for extra quick video tutorials, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel to follow Zorro's progress.